My name is Tapelo Tarakam, also known as Naked Soul. I'm a theater maker, a filmmaker, a television maker, a storyteller, a writer, a director, a poet, and also I'm the co-founder of Slam City. Initially, for me and Zizipo, was to have a space where poets and other creatives could come and feel at home and also explore their new works. So the more consistent you are in doing something, the better you get, as you know. Also, we had the vision of having a holistic artist, a performer. So basically, we wanted to have ultimately to have poets who are able to publish, who will be able to create films, who will be able to do everything that they need to as poets outside of just standing on stage and perform. We actually plan prior, I think 2 months before each slam. So firstly, we start with the social media things with our newsletter, where we combine and compile everything digital that we have, and then release the newsletter. And then after the newsletter, we also have a sign-up sheet for the slammers of that particular month. And then we also have volunteers that help with running Slam City. So we have people that do ushering, we have people that do videography and photography. We also have stage hands. So we speak to those people on WhatsApp groups, and then we just sort everything out as to who's doing what and when. And then, yeah, that's basically how we planned Slam City.
Fun. Yeah, I'm the photographer. This is actually my second time doing this with Slam City, so I'm quite excited about that. I did the last images and they were happy, so that means at least I'm doing something nice.
Yes,
So I'm
definitely.
really, really happy about that. And today I get to meet the videographer, so that makes life way much easier. 'Cause
Ah,
the more the merrier.
izinja madoda.
Why do we slam?
Why do we slam? I have personally never necessarily slammed
Yeah.
before.
I just feel there's a different viewpoint to your poetry when you read it aloud, you know, and when there's an audience involved, you know, when there's interaction involved, you know what works, you know what doesn't work.
I think it's like there's a kind of access that happens to your brain where you have to handle the audience, handle yourself, handle the memory. That I think in the long run for you as an artist and as a writer, yeah, I think it will prepare you for anything. It will prepare you for those questions that you don't expect. I'm not a huge fan of talking about work or putting artists on the spot. I don't like that. But there's a certain level that where you have to do that, and sometimes you're not prepared for those questions. And maybe you can slam your way through that.
Zizipo and I run Slam City from our pockets. So we don't have any funding, we don't get any grants, we don't have any money coming from anywhere. So we depend on the people coming to watch and perform, because they also pay, to give them the prize money. So we have the prize money, which is $1,000. We need to raise that funds before we start. And then also we need to pay for the theater. We have a monthly rate that we have to pay. Luckily, we're still on volunteering basis, all of us, so nobody's getting paid outside of the theater and the person who wins. Yeah, so those are our challenges, but hopefully we will get funding soon, and then we're gonna do greater things.
Kamalam Ningu Asipe, but I go by Mfundi the poet. Yeah, that's who I am. I've been with Slam City from the beginning till now.
My name Kevin Petgang was Dolopini, but I go by the name Inzima on stage. I'm the defending champion now.
My name is Neo. My surname is Mateo. I'm a poet.
It's people. Firstly, the word Mfundi is a Chosi word, which actually means a learner. So I wanted to position myself in the space of art as a learner, hence the name Mfundi.
So I'm a guy that's constantly hungry for hungry to learn something. Ndiva spiritually because
Yeah.
angikwazi uzibukela i-performance yami and angikwazi ukuzijaja ukuthi how am I doing ngoku. So I can judge by into i-feedback endiyifumana kubo nje. I can easily tell ukuthi
Yeah.
I did it or I didn't.
After my poem, and during the time I was reciting my poem, is their response and
feedback.
after the poem, and I was like, wow,
You're like, ndiyayenza,
ndiyayenza,
ndiyayibetha.
For me, this set of poems were not even about the audience. It was more about me putting my truth on the paper and saying whatever I have to say as a therapy.
Yeah.
If people learn from it, then it's good. But for me, it was all about taking all the pain that I've had and out.
First of all, you rehearse your piece, your poem. You plan it. You know that I want this poem to go this way. I want to use this tone. I want it to be received in this manner. If I know that I've performed the piece line by line, but also it's the affirmations that you get from Abantu after the competition that you spoke to me. And sometimes you realize it's beyond the performance as long as someone felt you when you spoke to them. And that's also serves as success.
The of the poem was me, him, and her. Actually, him is for my father and my mother, and the relationship between my parents, and how I grew up to be this man that I am today.
About Unyana,
Unyana,
who left home like I think maybe years back. Yeah, but finally decided to go to Mara. My fika place here who is no longer there. But now there is this one father who Makelwane, where Makelwane like Banguye can go tell a story on what happened with Kaya Lake that abantu ubalwa over after kusweleke grandfather wakhe abantu balwa over inheritance, and therefore yayiyalida ke ngoku kuthiwa abanye bevalelwe abanye beswelekile, and therefore yena yedwa ohlushekileyo ke ngoku who was currently in a position uba makavusela khaya.
there was a guy, Efigileo, I think he's vendor, and he was like, bro, I don't understand your poem, but I could feel the spirit. I was able to feel the spirit, and I was like, no, the poem talks about me, being a poet.
Yeah.
Back then, ndakwita. I think it was 2017, and I was like, I don't think I'm a poet, until that spirit sapinda sabuya, and I caught myself writing again, then I was like, I think I'm a poet, let me just go and perform.
One of the subjects that I talk about in the piece is anger, and what anger does to you, how it scars you, betrayal, and how it affects someone, and how deep it is when it comes from the people that are close to you. Yeah, the piece is about that.
Is who's God? So the concept was around that. So I tried to link that with isintu, menza wafana nenduku yesintu that siyayinikwa thina when sisuka esuthwini.
Yeah.
Yes, some kind of wisdom, amava. So
Yes.
otherwise ndiyabulela.
And welcome to Slam City. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking 15 poets are going to slam it out on the stage for a cash prize, okay? As well as the grand title of Slam Champion. All right. 3, 2, 1, slam!
My thoughts and this mirror started to scare me. The yin and yang have started a war. They overstepping.
We might be done. We built so much. Challenges, we've had a bunch. But this storm's louder than any crunch.
Blood isn't always thicker than water. I have died of thirst while my family was spilling water. I have hit the ground like autumn leaves, and loved ones were nothing but standing firm.
What is never there. When other fathers are fathering, my father is feathering as if he's walking in the footsteps of God. Why did he forsake me? The village would love you enough to raise your child, but never enough to snitch ways the father.
Later, some kids were playing hopscotch right where the body lay. Right there. Anyway, what's the plans tonight? What are we doing? You've been desensitized to death. It's become a gossip topic. They weaponize your breath. Full sheets get recognized as flesh. The streets told you to stand your man. If any man tried to try you, now you're breaking news. Stand by. Bystanders stand beside you, but never stand by you.
My curiosity tingles for more. Her tales are vivid and raw, lividly filled with gore, marvelous, demand applause and jaws on floors. She tells of swollen ankles.
So I would totally understand if you had left me because I had forgotten about our anniversary, but you left me for reasons only God knows why. See, I have nothing against you, but I pray that the next man that you will be, when you two are making love, you call out my name.
Siyotshona na xa sisuka kuwe mdali indlela zimbini nje thina masithini ukuthi thunqembe ukunyatheli suke ndavuka imphithiphithi kule yam ingqondo okuvuka ixesha loshukuma ixesha lokuphuma ubumna kunye nemvelaphi ndingubani waphi bantu sibele mpaka xe ngubantu iroti lezobe uxa ndiphendula ubhele mlanga mafu uqonda undibandlela umantana aphakanyisa undaba ezitha ndimbongi.
I am a poet. I've inherited the heart of a poet, bandaged with words and stitched with syllables. My performance has to be packaged for applause to be deemed syllable. I am constantly peeling, bleeding wounds to heal the wounded, you see. I know what is at stake when I'm on stage.
No, I don't compete. I don't.
Oh, you don't
compete.
compete,
No,
but
no,
you
no.
just do poetry
I'm
yourself.
just a sacrificial poet.
Oh,
Yes.
the sacrificial.
Yes,
So what's a
yes.
sacrificial
So
poet?
a sacrificial comes from the word sacrifice. So I sacrifice myself for the other poets not to bleed on stage. Yes.
Because quite often for me personally, sometimes when I write my work, I go into this phase of just like putting it away. And
You forget about it.
yeah, I put it away, I forget about it, because it never feels finished, it never feels quote unquote good enough sometimes.
Yeah.
Found the sound girl. Apparently,
Co-founder. Founder as well.
When oh, founder. Nankomnye founder. Kalepi,
What did we find?
where did
when
Slam
we
City
found
start?
Slime City? Yeah, I like Dali Slime City. Last year, actually. Do you know what? I realized the other day that Slam City is a year old.
Nice.
Because we started in 2024 in May.
Do we need to sing happy birthday to Slam City?
Do we?
Because he will do the honors.
Because our first slam was on the 25th of May.
Coming to this space and actually reconnecting with myself and my pen, I thank Slam City for that.
Ngosi Slam City, the opportunity. Hopefully in the next month, this is